Today I'm leaving the boat. I'm leaving Karl to go home, and things are gonna change. I'll be heading back to my home country, Germany, for a couple of months. And when I return, I'll be hauling out Karl for a much needed bottom job. That's why I'm taking down Karl's sails and stowing them inside the boat. It's definitely one of those boat jobs where having a second pair of hands would be helpful. Or maybe just a little doggo trying to find a comfy spot on top of the sail instead. Like, seriously. You gotta say that that's pretty wicked cool. I mean, for having folded the sail by myself on the sailboat, and then it fits like perfectly into this spot. As if I've done it before. No, it's pure luck. Whoa! Oh man. It's just been crazy mad rushing around these past days, getting everything ready, and still I feel like nothing is really ready. But I guess it's always kind of like that, right? And I'm obviously not that much in a rush because I have time to drink this beer with you guys. Cheers. I've been in the marina for 3 months now. And before that I was 4 months in El Salvador. I think what happened is that I got a little lost lately between all the work that I've done with In Motion and recycling plastic, doing the workshops, trying to set up workspaces, you know, just the whole organizational part that comes with running an NGO, and trying to do the vlog and the editing and the filming, moving the boat, you know, taking care of the boat, you know, all of those kind of things at once. And I think it's been a bit much for the past 2 years, and I think I've just basically been sort of surviving. As in, I think what happened is that I went through these phases where I had so much work that I overworked myself to a point where then I was so exhausted that I was falling into this hole and could hardly do anything and wouldn't feel motivated. And I think I kept pushing and pushing it, and I did see the signs that I needed to do something, but I didn't allow myself to have the time to do something about it and to just like refocus, reset, and figure out what I want to concentrate on and what I want to outsource. Because the works that I'm taking care of right now is just too much for one person. And I know that lots of people think like, oh my god, you live on a sailboat, you're like on constant vacation. That's actually not quite the case. If you ask a couple of friends of mine that have spent some time with me during the past 2 years, then they'll tell you that unfortunately it hasn't been that much vacation, and I haven't allowed myself enough to stop and smell the flowers. And I'm totally not complaining. I love my life, and I'm very, very grateful that I can live a life that is self-determined. I can decide my work hours, I can shift things around, I can work like a crazy maniac for a couple of weeks, and then I can also say like, okay, you know, for 2 weeks I lay low. So it's not a rent. I'm super happy. I'm just a little bit exhausted, and I think with the exhaustion came that I started to feel not so enthusiastic about what I was doing. And because I have those two jobs that are basically complete opposite of each other, so the work within motion requires more like being in one place for a long time, which I love, and really diving into the people, getting to know the community, creating something that is long-lasting, a bit like more in one spot. And the work that I do with my videos with White Spot Pirates, on the other hand, requires me to be on the move, to be active, to go explore, to be outside, move around, film, you know, do stuff with the boat. So they're completely opposite to each other. And I think what happened is that they were kind of like cannibalism. They're like cannibalization, they're like eating each other up because they're so opposite. And I felt like really torn and sitting between the seats, as we say in German. But still, they're both jobs that I really enjoy, and I also would love to keep doing, but the way that I've been managing them was not very healthy for me, and also was kind of eating up my motivation to get things done or to start new projects. And I don't want to beat myself up about it. I think the last 2 years were still great, and I think I got a lot done, and but I started to be unhappy with how things are running. So today I'm leaving the boat. I'm leaving Karl to go home, and things are gonna change in the future. If you're one of my patrons, then you already know where the journey is gonna go, most likely, but still nothing is set in stone yet. As we say, us sailors rewrite our plans in the sand at low tide, so anything is open for change. But I think what I need is to take some time where I completely shut myself off from everything, social media, friends and family, any kind of outside influence, and just really sit with myself for a week, maybe 2, and figure out what I really want, where I want to put my priorities, and you know, what is the work that I want to do, and then maybe see, like, you know, which of the work do I have to outsource so things can still be moving, but I'm not getting too overwhelmed. So yeah, those are the thoughts that I'm leaving with today. I don't think that my journey with Karl is over. I don't think that this has been fully explored yet, but I want to get back to where I feel like I felt in the early years with Karl. And I'm not talking about the crazy trouble and the crazy problems that there were, but more about the feeling that I had within my soul, like the freedom that I felt when I was traveling with Karl, and the excitement of traveling and getting to know new places. And I think that is something I've been missing in the past 2 years, just because Karl has more and more become like a floating office rather than an adventure vessel. And I want him to become that again, the adventure vessel. I guess he's always been the adventure vessel, but I think I have not allowed myself to experience him as that in the recent past. So that's my hope, that when I come back I will feel rejuvenated, and that there's going to be some awesome sailing adventures ahead. But more about that next time!